What if the most heartbreaking moment was for no reason and didn't even have to happen at all, because it would have accomplished what one of the main characters set out to do the entire time? Gustave as a character starts off with strong motivations at the beginning of the game. We start off with the loving exposition and details of his relationship with Maëlle, being her older brother and legal adoptive guardian. The game puts us through his loss of Sophie and his connection with her through the years, and a few moments after that we see him lose all hope and then regain that same hope with a new drive. Ultimately, his main concern is Maëlle, above his own life and even maybe the lives of others. He sacrifices himself to give her a fighting chance, and at the end of this encounter, Verso joins in the party and we embark on this journey with him. At this point, relationship systems are introduced to the game, which unlock more abilities with the higher levels that Verso has with the character for their relationship. But during his final level with Maëlle, Verso reveals some pretty heartbreaking details. He truthfully admits that he purposely let Gustave die and very well could have saved his life. He also early in that conversation detailed that how he's been watching Maëlle for over 15 years, ever since she joined the canvas, being tasked by Clair to do this. And we actually see the moment where Clair returns from just now telling Verso this during the Alicia epilogue. See her painting powers fade from her face as she just returned from the canvas. But Verso let him die because he feared that Gustave would have interfered with their plans to take down the paintress, especially once he learned the truth about their world and that it's a canvas. But I don't think that's entirely true at all, which is the tragedy of this whole thing. Once Gustave has that conversation with Maëlle about how she needs to go home to live to die another day, I think he's already given up on his own life multiple times at this point. But I also think Verso was wrong. Gustave, after he regains his confidence with Lune, only cares about Maëlle living. If you were to know about the truth behind Maëlle's origins, that she is Alicia and from a real world, has the potential for a truly long-lived life outside of this bleak, depressing world that he's in, I think he would have fought to convince Alicia and Maëlle that they need to leave this canvas and put her life ahead of his again. I don't know how he would feel about destroying the canvas or if he would want that, but seeing Alicia's strong attachment to this canvas would have swayed into his decision, reminding her that she has a life outside of this, through all the emotional turmoil she goes through. Verso letting Gustave die in fear of him interfering with his plans is actually something that possibly ruined the ability to achieve pretty much what he wanted. I do believe that had Gustave not died, Maëlle would not have fallen into the despair that she ended up in, which would not have combined with her true memories and feelings of Alicia, and Gustave's living and driving force has always been Maëlle as the future. Lune has to remind him that the future of Lumiere is what's most important, but let's be real, we all know multiple times he's exhibited this, Maëlle comes first.